Recap of Tulsa King, Season 3 Episode 2, a deadly, inevitable confrontation is expertly set up in Sylvester Stallone's mob series. The stakes for Season 3 have drastically increased after just one episode of Tulsa King. The Dunmires' new enemies, Jeremiah, Robert Patrick, and Cole, Bo Knapp, were introduced in the Season 3 premiere. They would do everything it takes to obtain the Montague family distillery. After being prompted about the issue by the Montag's daughter Cleo, Bella Heathcote, ex-Beau Mitch Keller, Garrett Hedlund, was able to convince Dwight Manfredi, Sylvester Stallone, of the distillery's potential. But the Dunmires, who concluded the Season 3 premiere with a startling act of violence, burning down the Montague home with Bella's father, Theo, Brett Rice, still inside, were not deterred by Dwight's notoriety. Since burning a man alive for backtracking on a botched handshake agreement is probably the worst thing that has ever happened to someone in Tulsa King, and that's how the season begins, they are obviously both evil and insane. At the beginning of Episode 2, Dwight, Tyson, played by Jay Will, and Mitch are looking out over the charred remains of the Montague residence. Tyson says, "Beyond a bad way to go out," which is a huge understatement. "You believe that this punk alone was involved in this?" He wonders, what the F***ck was his name, but Mitch responds that he never takes action without Jeremiah's approval. In response, Dwight says he has previously threatened to set fire to houses while occupants were inside, but it was just idle bulls****. This is sick. According to Tyson, the Dixie Mafia boys don't F***ck around. Dwight replies, "Like we do," as he turns gravely to the carnage. Dwight, who is involved with triads and crime lords, finds this act of savagery shocking, but he is not taking it lightly. Episode 2 of Season 3 of Tulsa King opens with a funeral and 4 gangsters. Goody, played by Chris Caldovino, brings in a blue wreath of flowers in the shape of a horseshoe at the funeral. "He wasn't a F***king jockey, you idiot," demands Dwight. "It was all they had," Goody responds, but the main problem was that Armand, Max Casella, was abusing alcohol and may speak negatively about the crew's new project. Now that Quiet Ray, James Russo, has made his claim and is obviously interested in a piece of Dwight's Tulsa exploits, they are worried that the New York family may find out about the new distillery venture. Dwight and Margaret, Dana Delaney, walk to the coffin to pay their respects after Margaret enters and grabs Dwight's arm. The general, Dwight, becomes uneasy when he sees the coffin. "What?" she queries. "Since I saw my brother in the box, it's hard for me to get close," he states. "Maybe it's subconscious." She responds, "I get it," just as the Dunmires enter. "The ball's on this guy," he says, before Dwight approaches. Dwight tells Jeremiah, "Tough way to go out," describing the pain of burning a finger. "Imagine your whole body." Manfredi, right? Jeremiah confirms that he is aware of Dwight's identity. "I concur, it is a genuine tragedy." Dwight responds, "I heard you and their family were pretty tight, close." "That's not your concern," Jeremiah adds in the standoff. "No, but you are," Dwight answers, but Jeremiah leans in to whisper, "I'm not the type of man that you want to F***ck with." "We have that in common," Dwight says with a grin, "and if you think you're gonna do to me what you did to your friend over there, it's gonna be really F***king difficult." Dwight declines Jeremiah's offer to reimburse him 3 times the amount he spent on the distillery. Distressed to see the Dunmires at the funeral, Cleo walks in. Attacking Cole, she yells, "Get out of here, leave. I know it was you, you bastard." Mitch yells, "Don't F***king touch her," and throws Cole to the ground as he tries to calm her down. Mitch leaves with Cleo and the others after Cole gets up and threatens him. The 50 in Tulsa King, Season 3 Episode 2 is worth $150 million. Back at home, Dwight is preparing breakfast with his sister Joanne, Annabella Shora, while smoking a cigar. When he inquires about Dunmire, she replies that she discovered the distillery's name. She remarks, "This guy hasn't made a profit in 10 years, and Dwight points out that he didn't have a distributor, which means that selling is prohibited. He bought a lot of goods, made a lot of new enemies, and had no means of earning money. How should I proceed?" She considers building their own distillery in response to Jeremiah's offer, but Dwight blocks it. The offer, he continues, came after I insulted the hell out of him, so it tells me it's got to be worth more. Cut to Cleo in the old Montague house with Jeremiah and the crew. She claims that the inspector is blaming a log that rolled out of the fireplace for the insurance company's failure to pay. From the governor to the aforementioned inspector, Dunmire has them all in his pocket. She is asked about Dunmire by Dwight. I don't think he cared about buying the distillery, but he was willing to pay 3 times the amount, according to him. Do you know something we don't know? Cleo leads Dwight and the group to what appears to be a crypt. Barrels, not bodies, are inside. My dad is 50 years old. Reached adulthood in May. 50-year-old bourbon, made by a master distiller. For Dwight, it doesn't get any rarer than this. A true monument to the family's heritage, Theo prepared the batch alongside his father and grandfather. Dunmire felt that the vintage was a bit of a legend in these parts, but he was unable to locate it. She clarifies that she didn't know until she got the will.